love, and light family, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully you'll take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. Hopefully you've already subscribed to the channel. You guys, if you're new to tarot and you don't know how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take what resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Also keep in mind that roles are interchangeable, so you should place yourself and anybody in your story where you know they belong, because only you know where they belong, okay? I have been sitting here meditating on the energy, and I have pulled the beginning spread, which I'll get into in just a second, but this is a general reading for this 777 portal, the 7-7 portal, right? So today is July 7, right? July 7th, 777, okay? 2025, right? So 5 and 2 is 7. 7 is the number, 7 is a very spiritual number. 7 is almost like the universe giving you like the hard yes, okay? So this is seen as a very auspicious time where you can really set your intentions and do all of your manifestation rituals, whether it be meditating or journaling and writing things, scripting things out. Perfect time for you to set your intentions and talk to the universe about what it is that you desire, okay? I did want to, like check in on this energy because things have been a little bit weird, to say the least. And I feel like, yeah, it was worth a check-in on this energy and see what this 777 portal is bringing in or inspiring us to do, okay? That being said, well, what else did I need to say? I'm almost forgetting what I need to say. Anywho, yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Keep in mind that time is an illusion. So if there's a message in here for you, you are going to get it by any means necessary, despite the timing. Whenever this video reaches you, if you're inspired to listen to it, then there may be a message in here for you. Okay. All right, let's get into it, collective. I have pulled the beginning spread, and you, pulled the unmarked trail. Okay, you pulled the unmarked trail. Let me give you the rest. You pulled the crossing intention. You pulled joyful muse inspiration, and you pulled netcaster preparation. Now there's this strong energy here of transitioning. And if you've been watching me for a while now, if you watch my readings, I've been talking a lot about people who are considering moving, the collective that I'm tapped into, rather. They're pondering, planning, considering, setting the intention for a major move, okay? With some of you, that could be moving from a physical location to another, geographically, right? You want to go from one state to another, one country to another. It could be for some of you that you're moving in, you're taking the next big leap to move in with your partner or your mate. For some of you, it could be taking the next big leap to move to a higher level of commitment. There's movement here, nevertheless, okay? And Spirit is really urging you to step into the unknown. And this has been a theme. I feel like the collective, again, who I'm tapping into, whose energy I'm tapping into, there's been this energy of like contemplation, of thinking about and, just toying around with a certain idea in your head about a person, a place, or a thing, okay? Apply it however you see fit, because roles are interchangeable, so just, fit it into your story however it goes, whatever that means for you, okay? But specifically for those who this is resonating with right now, I feel like there's this deeper spiritual transition that's happening right now. 7 is a very spiritual number, okay? It does connect you to divine when you think about it, right? We have 7 chakras. We have 7 days of the week. God created heaven and earth in 7 days. so on and so forth, right? So there is this deep energy of transformation connected to this transition, right? So it's funny because I also picked this up in the Mercury retrograde energy reading that I did the day before yesterday or last night. I can't even remember when it was now. I think it was last night. There's this energy of this decision is really going to change your life. Like it's really going to allow you to fully step into this next cycle of your life. And I feel, and it, like anything else, right? There are fears attached to this decision, but there's also this inner knowing, this deep knowing that the way that you've been doing things, the road that you have been taking, the way that it's like you've made the same decision, you've taken the same path. You have this feeling that it's just not working anymore. For some of you, it's like you're almost bored with it. It's like, okay, there's been this energy in the air. I have experienced it myself of like, I've outgrown the environment. And so for many of you, I feel like you have outgrown your environment, literally, like physically, and you are considering making this major move, which I feel like the universe is saying yes. Okay, for those of you who this is in regards to a relationship, a person, a job, it is still a hard yes. And it may feel scary, right? Especially if it's something that you've never done. If it's a road that you've never traveled, right? We are human, and so naturally, or rather, we are having this human experience, and so naturally we tend to fear the unknown. And what Spirit is saying is that, like, you already know what's been back, what's back there. You've already gone through that. So you know what you're gonna get. Right? You've gotten the same result over and over again. And if you've been doing the same thing, kind of living the mundane, just every day, it just feels like the same. Every day feels like the same. Spirit is saying, you know that already, right? And hey, if you're happy with that, then that's fine. Cool. Nothing. If that's what you want and it's perfect the way it is for you, then disregard this. But if this does resonate for you and you find, and I don't want to use the word happy, right? Because I feel like I experience happiness in moments, but peace for me is like the new happy. Peace for me, right? And it's not that you're not peaceful, but again, there's this sense of mundane, boredom, and that you've outgrown the environment or the situation. Right? For some of you, it could be that you are single and you haven't been committed to someone. You haven't, taken that leap to fully commit, put both feet in and say, I'm going to cross this bridge. For some of you, it's getting married, it's proposing. Others of you, it might not be that level yet, but it could just be, you know what? I'm going to commit to this person. Either way, however which way this applies, you know what you're gonna get if you do what you've always done, right? And so Spirit is urging you here, let me take this off of this, with Unmarked Trail and Revelation and the crossing initiation. So I feel like when you decide to take this leap of faith and cross that bridge, everything changes. And I've been saying this for a while, you are one decision away from changing your entire life. But that decision is going to have to, you're going to have to make that decision with the fear. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And what Spirit is saying here is that, wow, I was going to say something and I lost it. Oh, geez. Okay, it'll come back. Nevertheless, when you take this leap of faith, it's like Netcaster. This says everything that you have been planning for is here, but you have to step into it. You know how we picture, blessings, they arrive at our doorstep and knock, knock, and we open the door and let them in? Well, that's not the case here. That's not the case for this. This 777 portal, Spirit is saying yes. Divine is saying yes. But you have to lead with blind faith and conviction by stepping into it. You have to make the decision. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've already made, in your heart, you've already made the decision. The decision has already been made, but you haven't acted upon it. And Spirit is saying, again, time is ticking. Time is ticking, because the net caster, this is, when you think about a net, or at least me, I think about fish, right? The fish, if you see fish and you don't swing that net in to grab those fish, they're gonna like swim right past you, okay? Slippery little suckers, the way that what's her name says, Pretty Woman. I don't know why that came to mind, so that might resonate with somebody here. But basically, they're going to elude you, right? Because time is of the essence. Divine timing is at play, right? The wheel is turning, and so you're gonna roll with it or you're gonna get rolled over. That kind of thing, right? The window is open, but there's a window of opportunity. Eventually, it will close, okay? So I do feel like the preparations, all the things that you've been preparing for, regardless of what that might be for you. Again, some of you, that might be that you've been preparing to make this move. You've been preparing to go somewhere. You have done everything. You have seen it, envisioned it. You've set the intentions, and now it's here. And it's like, okay, put your money where your mouth is. Some of you, this is love. You have, been wanting love, trying to attract love. And divine has brought somebody into your life, and you maybe prayed for this person, or you prayed for an opportunity to find someone who you are in harmony with. And now that it's here, what you can do now, when Spirit is saying, okay, I brought you this blessing, now what are you going to do with it? Because it's not about what you have, but what you do with it. So I feel like you're going to have to feel this fear and do it anyway. Some of you are feeling, again, very bored of the mundane and things like that. And Spirit is saying there's a need for you to connect with your inner child, right? There's a need for you to find the joy in the degular, right? So wash the dishes, walk the dog. Finding the gratitude and the joy in doing those things. I get to go home and cook a meal because I have a home and I have food to cook, and I get to wash my dishes. Shoot, because I got dishwashing liquid there. You got people who don't have the basic bare minimum. I know I'm dragging it, but that's where I'm headed with that, okay? So I feel like this energy is really, you're being asked to step into this next phase. Like, you've been planning. All right, family. All right, sir, ma'am. Like, it's time now. You know what I mean? And I just feel like this is like your rite of passage. This decision is your rite of passage. This is the decision that tells the universe, I am ready. I am ready for all the things that I've been praying for, dreaming for. I'm ready. I am taking that step. I am showing the universe that this is what I want. This is who I want. All of the things, okay? But yeah, I feel like you're being asked to, step to the front. Okay, Magician in the mirror. This is about alchemy. You have everything that you need to make something brand new. The magician and the mirror reminds me of the Temperance card, right? So this gives me an energy of waiting, okay? So this is taking two things that are completely opposite and making something brand new. So I feel like, if you're questioning, how am I going to do this? The universe is going to provide. All you have to do is have faith. All you have to do is take the step. You don't have to figure out all the ways. You don't have to know how. The law of least effort, meaning you don't have to, when you've been programmed to work hard all your life and like be in that survival mode, I get it. It is really challenging to think that things can happen to you just because you're deserving of good things without conditions. And the universe wants to give to you what you have been praying for and working for. But yeah, you're gonna have to step into that. So yeah, this gives me Temperance temperance energy, okay? Alchemy, alchemizing. You have everything that you need. You got to learn how to work with it. And yeah, you don't have to know everything, okay? Contract. For some of you, again, this is a new job offer, okay? This is the next level of commitment. This is actually, and this doesn't necessarily have to be, Gemini is also, just a sidebar, I think Venus is retrograde in Gemini, or something along those lines, but communication here is going to be really important. Mercury retrograde is approaching us. We're already in the shadows. Lots going on in the planets, but nevertheless, this is, what did I say? Finding balance. He's balancing the fire, and I believe this is water, right? Yes. So balancing both, right? And making something completely brand new. She has the scales here, okay? So this is about, and you know, what I'm getting about this too is, in some decks, most of them, justice is like this, right? With blindfolded. But in some of my decks, especially the ones that I tend to use a lot, she's either peeking through one eye or is completely, she's not blindfolded. Here she's blindfolded, and I feel like this is not just about fairness and equality and doing the right thing and yada yada. This is about trusting in the contracts and the opportunities that the universe is bringing to you. Okay, so yeah, with contract, I feel like this could be, for some of you, this is a job opportunity that you're being offered in a different place, and you still haven't said yes. And Spirit is like, in your heart, you want to do it. Everything in the energy tells you to do it, but you still haven't done it. And it's like, it's time to get with the program. For others of you, like I said, this is a romantic connection. As I say, that community, a romantic connection that you are calling in, or that even that you have, that's going to the next level, or is meant to go to the next level, but you're pausing it, right? With the Magician and the Mirror, you're pausing it. With the Community card, this is, again, what I said about the joyful, this card here, joyful, is this 3? No, this, oh, look, and 7. Celebration, reunions, reconciliation, okay? For some of you, real quick, pertaining to that, this is about getting out there and socializing, right? If you're single, how are you expected to meet anybody? And I'm the pot calling the kettle black, okay? I accept that, but we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. I mean, I set the intentions here for myself as well, okay? So I do take some of this. I go back, I watch the reading, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that applies to me like this. But anywho, with that, you know, you need to get out, you need to socialize, even if it's just like, hey, let me mingle, you know, with some of my friends, some of my family members, right? But yeah, so I feel like for this though is contract, this is somebody who is stepping into a whole new group. It's like, again, you're stepping into a whole new life. And you taking that step forward is how you say to the universe, I'm done. The past is in the past. That is closed out. That's not me anymore. I don't even know that person. I don't want to know that person. The old me is dead and gone, okay? I know I'm out of tune. I'm out of whatever, okay? The thinking man. Somebody here is just thinking. It's cool. You could think all you want, but at some point, boo, whenever you're ready, at some point, not whenever you're ready. Not whenever you're ready. Like, the time is now. Because again, time is of the essence is what I'm getting here. Okay, but somebody is in their head doing a lot of thinking, and Spirit is like, less thinking, more doing. This is a time for action, okay, for you to take action. This is the energy that's coming in with that 777 portal. Okay, all tied up. Yes, I feel like you're choosing to stay where you are. Even though, like, she's got all of these little twines. So there's something that's holding you back from moving forward into this next cycle. For some of you, it could be, yeah, look, angel of love. And you know what's funny is what I'm getting from this also is making a decision when you feel it in your heart, making the actual decision, choosing to step into that regardless of your fears. If in your heart you're being guided to move forward, that is an act of self-love, knowing that you deserve this, right? And also for those of you who are thinking like, okay, this feels right, like something in me is telling me to do this, right? My intuition is telling me to move forward with this, but what if it goes wrong? Or, I don't know if I'm ready. Or, is this really real? Like, am I really feeling these things? Like, is it really that good? Is, this person really, am I really feeling these things for this person? It's like, you are self-sabotaging, babe. So stop. For whoever that is, somebody who's obsessively thinking, okay, about something and creating scenarios in your mind about all of the what ifs. What if it all goes well? What if it works out? And that's the energy that you need to have, because, choosing for yourself, choosing something different after you've done something over and over again, and like, what it is. I know, I know what it's like to, be with that person. I've done it over and over again. I know what it's like, to work in this job and get there every morning. I've been doing it for 10 years or whatever. Whatever that, you've done it, in repetition, you know what I mean? Like you've repeated it over and over. So, so it's kind of like if you're feeling already like you're bored with a situation, like you're bored with a certain lifestyle, and that could be a lifestyle where you don't want to be in the same environment because you don't like the people around the neighborhood. You don't want to be in the same apartment. You don't want to be in the same country or state because of certain things that are happening. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's whatever. You don't want to be, with the same person. Maybe that is an act of self-love as well. Coming to terms with the fact that whoever you're with right now is that's it. It's run its course. Maybe it's that you are realizing that you no longer want to be single, that you are ready for love, that you do want love, that you do want a commitment, right? So choosing to actually take the initiative and take the action steps to move forward into that and put yourself out there is an act of self-love, okay? When you keep yourself in situations that you've outgrown, you stunt your growth. You tell the universe that you don't want better. You tell the universe that you are okay with playing small. You tell the universe that you want more boredom, more sadness, more of whatever that lower vibration is. Okay, whatever it is that's holding you back. Again, I shuffled the cards and still thinking man is at the bottom of the deck. Anything else here? Rest and rejuvenation. Yeah, even that, right? And 1 and 9 is 9 and 1 is 10. 10 is the closing, the completion of cycles. You're closing something out. Don't lie to yourself. This deceit card that I'm seeing here, this is about lying to yourself. Somebody here is choosing to not see the truth of a situation, choosing to not either not acknowledge that whatever their situation is has run its course, that they actually really want this job, this opportunity, or this person. Somebody's lying to themselves. And Spirit is like, listen, when you decide to wake up, when you decide to, stop holding yourself back by fears, you step into this blossoming abundance. What did I say? Blossoming abundance. Look at this. Preparations come to fruition. I don't know if you can see that. My hands are small, so preparations come to fruition. Blossoming abundance, okay? When you step into that, you receive everything that you have been praying for. Man holding coin. I talked about the number 10. Look at this, the storm warning. And I'm going to tell you, for some of you, you're going to have a wake-up call if you're not already going through some sort of a there's an internal shift that's happening. You're awakening to this, right? And even Spirit is saying some of you are like, for some of you, that may mean minimizing your lifestyle, right? Some of you are finding that you're not even interested in like the same things. You might live in a big old house and you're like, yo, I don't even want to be here anymore. Like, I just want to pack my shit up. I'm seeing the Fool, right? I just want to pack my shit up. I want to pack light. Look, this is why I'm seeing the Fool. Like this. I want to pack up a couple things and I want to dip. I want to start this whole new journey somewhere else. Or I want to start this whole new journey with someone else. Whatever that might be for you, this is a whole new beginning. But it happens only after a shift happens within you. After you shift in here, inside. And if that shift has already happened, and I feel like for many of you it has, it's time to take action. Okay, I see the man holding coin and I see the woman holding coin. I can't make this up. This is all bottom of the deck energy, and I'm gonna stop after. Look, oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop here, right? Man and woman holding coin. I feel like for those of you that this is pertaining to love, you have met your match. You have met your person, and I feel like some of you feel that, or you at least feel it coming in. But it's like Spirit is saying you got to meet it halfway, whatever it is for you. You have to meet it, he or she, halfway, right? The opportunity halfway. Angel of balance, okay? Follow your intuition, follow Spirit. Spirit is your greatest ally, right? So I feel like some of you are awakening and realizing things. It's like you're highly intuitive during this time for whoever it is that this is resonating with, and you're realizing what you want, but you're holding yourself back, right? There's these fears, and you're holding yourself back from moving forward because of those fears. I'm looking for because of those fears, you know? And Spirit is like, hey, you have to be bold and make the first move. That's what I'm getting here. You have to be bold and make the first move. Spirit is like, I got it all set up for you, right? I prepared everything for you. All I need you to do now is move. That's it, right? It's kind of like, I served dinner. Dinner is served. Come and get it. Okay? Let's check in on the tarot, see what's going on here. Let me clear this up. Let's check in here. Let's check in. I'm being called to this deck, but this deck is so hard for me to shuffle sometimes because the cards are really thick. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? What additional message for this 777 portal? Spirit is like, yes, yes. The answer is yes. I don't know who's looking for an answer, but the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Let's check in. What else, Spirit? What else does... Whoa, wait. We're not... Come on. We're not doing that right now. Energy's trying to... Like, the energy is high. I feel it. Every cards are just trying to jump out right away. Okay. What additional messages do you have for the collective during this 777 portal? Thank you. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so somebody's holding on to something. Tell me more. That's run its course. What did I say? Or keeping their feelings inside. Holding on to something that's hurting them. Okay? Somebody's holding on to something that's hurting them. Keeping feelings inside, keeping things, it's like reserving themselves. But for others, and many of you, I feel like you're holding on to something, a space. Even if that's a space that's run its course. Ace of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, there's something here that is not, that you're sad about, that you're disappointed about, that didn't move forward, or you feel, 3 of Swords, bottom of the deck. There's a disappointment here. For some of you, again, you're choosing to stay in this energy of disappointment because you're so protective of yourself right now. It's like somebody is emotionally, again, because I've said this in so many other readings, this is the energy, emotionally withdrawn, okay? Or there was a disappointment here. If this is regarding love, then you could have been, deep, not could have been, the Three of Swords is deep hurt, okay? So there was a disappointment here. You know, it could have been the end of a relationship, and you might still be holding on to the emotions from that relationship, to the baggage of that relationship, or you might be holding yourself back by fear due to whatever happened in that relationship or that situation, okay? While others of you, this is like, I'm not fulfilled here anymore. This doesn't make me happy anymore. I'm actually pretty sad and disappointed, but I'm still going to stay here. And if you notice, like the city is behind the person. Like, I'm going to stay here even though like I really don't want to be here anymore. I wish I was under a palm tree right now. Okay. So yeah, some of you are choosing to stay in that situation. And it's like, for some of you, it's ended. Okay, can't make it up. For others of you, look, she's got the 10 wands. Usually the 10 of wands, they have the wands on their back because it's like carrying the weight of the world. This person is carrying the wands, and those wands are in front of her. She can throw them shits down at any point in time. At any point in time, she could be like, I'm over this shit. It's heavy. So for somebody here, there's something that is really they are overwhelmed with, and it's a burden already. Even if that means just to be in a certain place, in a certain space, it's become an emotional burden. It's like, I am so tired of holding on to this. I'm so tired of going through this cycle. I'm so tired of being here. But the only one who can change it is you, the moon. Right? Feeling like, things don't make sense. There's not much clarity. The moon talks about secrets. It talks about emotions. So a lot of emotions, right? A lot of emotions. Somebody feeling like, they've been through a lot. The 10 of Swords and that 3 of Swords is like, there's been deception. There's been lies. But the good thing about the 10 of Swords is that there's only one way after that, and it's up. Right? After that, like, you've seen past the illusion, like you see what it is, okay? If somebody is not putting in effort in a situation and you are carrying the weight of the relationship, you're carrying the weight of the responsibility, there's an imbalance there. That is not fair. The King of Cups fell out. This is about balancing your emotions. The King of Cups is balanced in his emotions. He gives enough love, but he doesn't overpour. He doesn't overpour. I'm going to pull, let's pull, I want to pull, how many I have? 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pull the bottom row, and then if anything, I'll clarify. But yeah, for some of you, it's like you're holding back emotions. Okay, this is not going to be for everybody, okay? So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And as I said that, I saw 333 on the clock. But somebody's holding back emotions, holding back their love from someone else. It's like you want to give love to someone, you want to pour into this connection, but fears are holding you back. And this is a divine counterpart. This is somebody that deserves that love, and you are holding yourself back because of the past. Okay, you deserve love is what Spirit is saying for whoever this is for. Okay, you deserve love. Lots of water energy here. Okay, so yeah, there's a divine counterpart, a King and a Queen of Cups. Okay, but somebody is choosing to hold back. To hold back. Tell me more here. The Wheel of Fortune is out. What else? Let me just pull a couple cards. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, divine timing. The wheel is turning. What did I say? The clock is ticking, right? And so things haven't worked out in your favor. Now that has changed, right? That has changed. And I've been talking about this since we've entered the age of Aquarius. Those who have gotten the shitty end of the stick for the last 10, 15 years, that has changed. That is changing, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to have to make the choice, because we have free will to step into that life, to step into that new reality, okay? The wheel is turning. Favor, divine is favoring you. There's favor over your life. Luck is on your side. This is also, here, the Wheel of Fortune shows the 4 fixed signs. Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. Okay? Yeah. So somebody's being stubborn because fixed signs are stubborn. I'm an Aquarius. I can be stubborn. I can see it and know exactly what I should be doing and still be like, I don't want to. Okay? So somebody here is being stubborn, but I feel like look, bottom of the deck, what did I say? Overthinking, obsessively thinking to the point of giving yourself anxiety. And Spirit is like, I don't want to say it's for no reason, but Spirit is like, oh my God, stop it, 5. It's like somebody is up, obsessing, can't sleep, sleepless nights, overthinking everything, every aspect, face palming. But clarity comes in the morning, babe. But I feel like they're denying the truth. For some of you, you're denying the truth. This has run its course. I'm not happy here. Or I'm not happy doing this. I'm not happy, keeping these emotions inside. Okay? For some of you, this is, whoever this is, I feel like whoever this is resonating with, this Ace of Swords brings clarity, brings truth. It brings it's this aha moment, right? That the epiphany, the freaking light bulb moment. And then it's just like, oh my God, I'm feeling so much. I'm so overwhelmed by this, especially during Mercury retrograde, and you let it rip. When the cup is up, the emotions are in. When the cup is down, they come. I got issues, y'all. But this is playful energy, so I'm here for it, okay? With the 10 of Wands is like, I can't hold it in anymore. Or I can't take this anymore. Tell me more here. Look, I say that, and this is the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. Somebody is holding on to something, guarding themselves. The 9 of Wands is also someone who's tired, but still hasn't given up. So if you're thinking about, if this is a love situation and you think about the other person, that other person hasn't given up on you either, for whoever that resonates with. While others of you, it's like, how do I make this transition? I've been through so much. I don't want to, I've worked so hard for this here and this stability and what I have here. Now I have to start all over again and work my way. I'm tired. But from the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands, there's progress here. You're stepping into your wish fulfillment. You're stepping into this next phase. The Page of Cups is here. So I feel like somebody is denying their own emotions with the Page of Cups and the 2 of Swords. This is stalemate energy. This is trying to make a decision, or rather needing to make a decision, needing to do something, needing to say something, but deciding I'm not going to do anything. It's like the kid that's like, la, 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 and they're trying to talk to him, la, 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 I don't want to hear it. I'll just be over here. I'll be over here denying my feelings, because this person has the 2 of Swords crossing over her heart, right? She's guarding whatever it is. But back here, there's a whole freaking ocean of water. And with the Page of Cups is like, you're only lying to yourself, because inside, this is what you want to do, right? So this is a person, whether it's you or whoever you have in your mind, this energy here lacks emotional maturity. Okay? But I also feel like this is the opportunity that some of you don't see coming. You're so busy in the mundane just, you know, not paying attention to what the universe has for you and what the universe is allowing you to step into, you're not noticing this. The pages are beginning, right? It's the beginning of something. So some of you are dealing, again, this is a new start. This is a new opportunity, a new place, or a new person. Or for some of you, this could be someone that it started off, whatever this connection, this partnership was, it started off and it didn't really take off. There was potential there with that Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. There was potential there, but something just couldn't move forward. The Page of Cups is also an apology. Okay? The Hierophant. Can't get more real than that, right? This is traditional. This is commitment. This is the Pope. This is getting married. This is, you know, settling down. This is also about conforming, right? I do feel like there's a little bit of ego going on here. Oh, I saw the sun there. Okay. But this is about, committing yourself to something or someone. Some of you need to make the commitment to move forward. If you've already decided, now you got to commit to it. If you want to experience this happiness, look at this. The Empress is here. And it's whatever it is. First, you got to decide, I don't want this anymore. I want that. And if that's what you've been telling the universe, you know, if you're telling the universe what you want and it's here, how are you going to run from what you prayed for? Sway, how are you going to run from what you prayed for? This is love. This is longevity. This is family. This is building a solid foundation. This is planning for the future. This is also about things coming to light, joy, happiness. This is the birth of something new. This literally is first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby carriage. For some of you, many of you. But again, there's this sense of fear. What is the collective holding on to here? Yeah, look at this. The King of Swords and the Four of Cups. It's refusing being stubborn, because the King of Swords can be stubborn and detached. Also think they know it all. The universe is holding out an opportunity, and whoever it is being stubborn. And it's funny because she has this look on her face here of discontent, right? So focused on all the other times that things didn't go as planned that you're missing what's right here, the door that's opened. While some of you, it's like, this is not exactly what I wanted. This is not exactly how I wanted it. You know what I mean? That you're not even open. You're cutting it out before you even explore the opportunity. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Have some courage. Have some confidence in yourself and the universe, in God's plan for you. Move forward. Move forward. Knight of Wands, move forward. Look at this. Tons of Leo, fire energy here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay? Tons. Ooh, look, I was talking to, oh no, I didn't talk. This is Judgment. A decision, but also second chances. Not just a second chance with a person, okay? For some of you, this is a second chance after an apology comes in, or after you give an apology. Maybe you're waiting on an apology from somebody else, but, you know, and they are far from you. Again, this is movement. This is literally something that's happening somewhere else. Somebody who's in another state, in another country, somewhere else. A body of water is between you. Okay, the opportunity, there's a body of water between you and the opportunity. Okay, and so this is about like, hello, move, move. from the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is it the Knight of Swords? Is one of the fastest moving knights in the deck. The Knight of Wands goes. Go time. That's what Spirit is saying. Go time. And you have a King and a Queen of Wands here. Those are divine counterparts. What did I say? Divine counterparts. This situation is fated. If this is a business opportunity for you, it's a hard yes. But are you going to sit around and do nothing until the moment passes you by? You need to decide, or the universe is going to decide for you and time's going to run out. Because I promise you, things are not, as somebody's not talking here, somebody's not doing, they're keeping everything to themselves, whether it be feelings, thoughts, conversations. Maybe a conversation needs to take place here for things to move forward with, you know, that King of Swords, with so much wand energy. Wands are messengers. It literally is messages. So maybe somebody, you know, writes a message and then deletes it. Maybe you start to sign, you know, the offer or the contract, and then you're like, wait, not yet, I'm not ready, I don't know. The High Priestess and the Moon is all about intuition. Don't ignore your intuition. It may not make sense to you. What you want to do, Spirit is telling me, what you want to do right now, what your heart is telling you to do right now might not make sense to you. And when you're led by Spirit, many times it won't make sense. It won't make sense. This was long. I'm going to leave it there. The Seven of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. I feel like, again, this is a card of fears. The underlying energy is that you are afraid, and that is what's holding you back. You are literally having an whoever this is resonating with, there's an internal struggle for dear life here. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because you need to go through that. You need to sit with it and you need to face it. Mercury is going to force you to face it. But the portal, this 777 portal, is a hard yes. But only when you move. And you need to move. You need to go. It's go time. Somebody is struggling here. Like internal conflict. Okay, I'm going to stop. Three of Swords there. Because you keep thinking about the disappointment. You keep thinking about the negative. But what about this? What about this? 10 of Pentacles. This is abundance. The Death. Scorpio, Aquarius energy. Total transformation. A wish fulfillment. When you lean into the transformation, when you lean into the fact that the old you is dead and gone or trying to die, because I feel like right now somebody is trying, like it's like the old you is peeling away and you're like this trying to pull the skin back. When Spirit wants you to let the old you die and wants you to literally, he's on the horse. Let that old you die so that you can transform and step into your abundance, your wish fulfillment, everything you've been praying for, everything you want. The star is Aquarius energy. We are in the age of Aquarius. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. Flow. Flow. Now is the time when you want to flow, because you're going to roll with it or you're going to get rolled over. Camarón que se duerme, se lo lleva la corriente. For my Spanish folks. If I translate that into English, it's the shrimp that falls asleep, the current takes him. It sounds crazy in English, but you get my drift. get with the program. This next phase in your life, Spirit wants to bring you everything that you, matter of fact, no. Spirit has brought you. It's there. You literally just got to get the hell up and go get it. Get up and go get it. That's what I got to say, baby. It's go time. You guys, this has been a super long one, but I feel so good about this reading. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Whoever is going through that transformation, maybe even a dark night of the soul, I'm sending you so much love, so much light. May you receive the clarity. May you receive the peace during this transitional state and this state of what is it that I want to say? Like, the process of coming to a decision. May you receive all of the peace and all of the clarity and enlightenment that you need to move forward into your best life. I'm sending you a huge hug. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for sticking with me for nearly an hour. This is insane. I hope you stayed all this time, and if you did, thank you so much. If this reading resonated with you, please drop a comment down below. Let me know how. Give me a like. It helps my channel, and I really appreciate it. Hopefully, you've already subscribed, and if you haven't, then I hope you will consider subscribing because I have so much more to share with you all. What else? If you're interested in connecting with me on any capacity, a personal reading, or just following me on my other social media platforms, all of that information is going to be in the description box below. I love you all so much. Make a wish and believe that it can come true, because Spirit is saying your wish has already come true. I love you all. Peace, love, and light.